Let us begin again. Three deep breaths. After taking three deep breaths, check for the part of the body where you can feel your breath the most. It could be your abdomen, chest, throat, or nostrils. Wherever you can feel your breath the most, rest your awareness on that part of the body and simply be present for each breath. Everything appearing in our awareness and everything keeps changing in our awareness. As we pay attention in a relaxed way. When you notice that your attention, relaxed attention, has gone away from your breath, simply begin again. Palms to the heart center, Namaskara mantra. Dedicating this Hatha Yoga session and all the benefits to living or not. chin to the chest. Opening your eyes. Inhaling, taking the arms by the side, palms going up, pressing the palms, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. One happy note. I saw Samantha Punja in the list of CEO Excellence Award winners. Let's give her a big round of applause. Congratulations, Samantha.
Thank you, Jay.
Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Taking the palms toward the ceiling, your feet rooting to the mat. Reaching up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the posture. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, gentle back bend. Move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up. Exhaling, coming up to straight. More round. Inhaling, move your hips forward, take your arms back. Chest, hip and chest just a bit forward as you take your arms back. After completing 5 rounds, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Take the palms to the back, press the palms together, interlace the fingers. Inhale, center. Exhaling, halfway bend forward and straighten up the elbow. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. Exhaling, halfway bending forward, straighten up the elbows, and then inhaling, straightening. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, bend your knees as deeply as you can, sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Exhaling, straightening up. 4 more rounds. Bend your knees as deeply as you can. And then exhaling, straightening up. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath, exhale. Keeping the feet hip width apart. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhale, center. Exhaling, bending toward the right wall. Keep the left arm behind the left ear. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, bending toward the left wall. Keep the right arm behind the right ear. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Take your hands back, palms pressing against each other. Straightening up the elbow as best as you can. Inhale, center. Exhaling, twisting the upper body toward the right. Turn your head and look past the right shoulder. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. If you're comfortable, you can straighten up the elbows and take your arms away from the body as you twist. After completing 5 rounds, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Let's practice Surya Namaskara, front of the mat. Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Diligence and attention. As if you are practicing for the very first time. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara. Begin. Not out of habit, as if you are doing it for the first time. After completing 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, separate your feet comfortably. Relax your shoulders, arms. Soft gaze forward and down. Watching your breath on that part of the body where you can feel your breath the most. And this could have changed from when we began the session. And the breath normalizing all on its own. And this homeostasis, which is a balance, a dynamically balanced state, is characteristic of all life. From each cell of our body. It's a dynamic stability. And when you push it to one direction, it recovers. Take a deep breath, exhale. Today, we are going to approach Paschimottanasana, Paschima is west side. And the west side on our body is our back. Not just the back. Imagine a series of muscles starting from the bottom of your toes, the soles of your feet, your heels, your calf muscles, muscle at the back of the knees, hamstrings, back of the thigh muscles, your glutes, lower muscles on either sides of your spine, like a train running up all the way to the bottom of the neck, back of your head, top of your head, your forehead, connecting under the eyebrow ridges. There is a train. It's a train of muscles. Everything is interconnected, especially these muscles are interconnected in a very direct way, more direct way. And Paschimottanasana is to activate the series of a train of muscles. You'll practice few different postures to prepare for Paschimottanasana. Come to cat posture. Inhaling, look up, spine down. Exhaling, look down, spine up. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath, exhale. Tuck your toes in and bring your feet together, knees together. Bring your knees closer together, feet closer together. And then slowly start taking your seat bones toward your heels. And then slowly walk your palms toward your knees. And if you are really comfortable, straighten up the spine. This is a plantar fascia stretch, the soles of your feet. If it is too intense, you can lean forward and place the palms on the mat. Others, straighten up the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Toes pointing back. Relax your feet. Let's repeat this one more time. Feet together, knees together. Keep toes tucked in. Slowly take your seat bones back. And if you're comfortable sitting straight up, like in Vajrasana, if you need support, lean forward and place the palms on your knees or on the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Toes pointing back. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now, tuck your toes in. Now you can keep your knees hip width apart, feet hip width apart. Slowly take your seat bones back toward your heels and straighten up the spine. This might give a different stretch. Straighten up the spine if you can. Otherwise, take the support of your palm on the knees or the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Toes pointing back. Take a deep breath, exhale. Tuck your toes in. Adhomukasavasana. Now, relax your right knee completely. You can be on the right toes and right knee fully relaxed. Now, press the left heel down as much as you can, straightening up the left knee. Straighten up the left knee and press the left heel down to the mat. 5, 4. You will feel the stretch on the calf muscles, ankle, back of the ankle and calf muscles. 2 and 1. And now relax the left knee and press the right heel down and straighten up the right knee as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adhomukasavasana. Knees down. Vajrasana, if you're comfortable in Vajrasana, or Sukhasana. The knees together, big toes touching each other, separate the heels, and sitting between the heels, straightening up the spine. And if that's not comfortable, Sukhasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. We are paying attention to each of the stations, since we use the analogy of train, along the way of the west side stations. Come to cat posture. Adhomukasavasana. Now press both the heels down as much as you can. Both the heels down. Even if you're not able to place the heels all, trying to get the heels down. 5. You'll feel a lot of stretch on your calf muscles or even other edges you might have. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Slightly different calf stretch. Feet together. Tuck your toes in. Take your seat bones toward your heels and see if you can bring your feet flat on the mat. As you walk your palm toward the knees, place your feet flat on the mat and hug your knees if you can. And straighten up the spine if you can. You can stop at any of the point where you're reaching the edge as you're trying to place both feet flat on the mat. You may not be able to place both the feet flat. That's okay. Wherever you can stop, you can take the hands on the mat as support to hold the posture, but feel the stretch on your calf muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we're going to make it a bit more. We're going to explore the calf muscle stretch with the feet trying to be flat on the mat. Now we're going to take the heels down like we did now. Next, we will try to get the knees. Even the heels are going down in the back. We will try to get the knees down toward the mat. Feet together, knees together. Tuck your toes in. Take your seat bones toward the heels. As you take the heels down toward the mat, now then try to bring the knees. Rajiva, place the feet flat on the mat. And then while you're trying to get the heels down to the mat, bring the knees down in the front toward the mat. You will feel even more stretch, calf muscle stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Adhomukasavasana. And see how Adhomukasavasana feels after some preparatory postures. See if you can get the heels down as much as you can, both heels down to the mat as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, right foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist, inhaling, come up and face where your right toes are pointing to. Bring your back foot forward by a foot toward your right foot. Shorten your stance for Parsvottanasana practice. Now, your right toes are pointing directly forward. Your back foot is 45 degrees turned toward your right foot. Hips, shoulders, soft gaze, all directly forward. Your hips, definitely, and shoulders, or the chest and the face, all pointing directly forward where the right toes are pointing to. Now, those who can, press the palms in Namaskara Mudra on your back, if you can, with the fingers pointing up. Others simply hold the elbows on your back. Right hand holding the left elbow and vice versa. Don't worry too much if you're not able to press the palms in Namaskara Mudra on your back. If you can, it's okay. Otherwise, simply hold the elbows. Now keep the right knee straight throughout the practice. Now we are going to bring more attention to the back of the knee and the hamstrings. Keeping the upper body as straight and the spine as straight as you can. Inhale, exhaling, bending from the hips forward, look to the front. Halfway bend forward, look to the front. Keep the knee straight. If the knee is trying to bend, stop right there. You don't need to go even halfway down. If you're feeling intense stretch at the back of the right knee and the right thigh, stop there. Those who are not yet feeling the stretch on the calf muscle, next exhalation, chin going down toward the right shin without bending the right knee. Right knee straight, head down finally. Parsvottanasana practice. You will feel intense stretch on the back of your right thigh and maybe even calf. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up. Hands on the waist. Walk your right foot back. Take a deep breath. Now walk your left foot forward. Take a deep. Placing your palms on your back, pressing the palms, fingers pointing up in Namaskara Mudra practice. Or simply holding the elbows on your back. Right hand holding the left elbow and vice versa. This is to keep or promote a straighter back. Having the arms like this and the hands behind you is to promote the back to be straightened rather than bending from the spine. We bend from the hips. Inhale, exhaling, keeping the left knee really straight. Bend halfway or as much as you can. Keeping the left knee straight, bend forward as much as you can, look to the front. If you're not able to bend halfway, that's okay. Bend as much, but keep the left knee straight. You will feel your left hamstring actively stretched. Next exhalation, if you're really comfortable, taking the chin toward the left shin, keeping the left knee straight, and then head down. Parsvottanasana practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up. Hands on the waist. Left foot walking back. Release the arms. Stand relaxed. Take a deep breath. Now, let's practice Uttanasana. This is one of the postures in Surya Namaskara. But we will approach it as best as we can with our knees straight. Feet hip width apart. Usual Uttana practices with the feet together, but here we'll make a modification. Arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing the front. Reach up. Exhaling, keeping the knees straight, bend from the hips forward, keeping the back as straight as possible to begin with. And then finally, keep the knees straight and lower your arms down. And now your back might be rounding. That's okay. Allow the shoulders to hang loose, head to hang loose. You're looking at your thighs or knees. That's okay. Head down, completely head down. Now you might have reached the ground or not. That's okay. Keep the knees straight. Now notice how the tip of the left middle finger, as it relates to the mat, and the right tip of the middle finger as it relates to the mat, there could be a difference. One could be closer than the other. That's okay. Just note it. This kind of points to either a structural problem or a functional problem in the balance between the right and left as it relates to the west side train. Head completely relaxed. Keep the knee straight. Now, bring the toes up to activate the thigh muscles even more. Keep the knees really straight. Pull the kneecaps up. Pull the kneecaps up by pulling the toes up, all the toes up, you will be able to strengthen your thigh muscles more and pull the kneecaps up. And that might allow your fingertips to reach further down, or if you're already fingertips are on the mat, maybe your palms may be able to go down toward the mat just a bit more, head completely relaxed. Uttanasana variation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Release arms. You might, when you're bending forward like that, depending on where your edges are, you might feel the stretch on your calf muscles or thigh muscles, back of the thigh muscles, or your lower back or upper back, wherever the edges are. There is no particular right answer. Remember, we are simply discovering the edges. There is no winning or losing. There is no competition. In yoga practice, when there is oneness, what are we even comparing with? Take a deep breath. Feet close together, a slightly different look at the same thing, but we are going to slightly approach it differently. Feet close together, arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing forward. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, you can slightly bend the knees as you go forward in Uttanasana practice. Bend the knees and take your fingers all the way down and catch hold of the big toes. Bend the knees enough to catch hold of the big toes. Abdomen closer to the thighs if you are not able to place the abdomen directly on top of the thighs. Head completely relaxed. Now, straighten up the knees as much as you can. Straighten up the knees as much as you can. Now, with your hands holding the big toes, gently pull the big toes up with your hand grip. When you're pulling the big toes up, you will find your thigh muscles, the quad muscles, getting activated more, allowing you to straighten up the knees even more. Head completely relaxed. And this is more or less the posture that we will be reaching for in Paschimottanasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Release the arms, separate your feet, stand relaxed. Maybe a gentle counter posture would be good. Come to cat posture. And look up, allow the spine down. You might get relief. You can keep your toes tucked in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral posture. Bend the elbows and place the elbows down on the mat. Place the forehead down on the mat. Now, when you're comfortable, shift your weight onto the roof of your head. Roll forward to bring more weight onto the roof of the head. Do it very slowly. Now your chin is getting closer to the chest. And if you're really comfortable, you can even roll further forward, pressing the chin to the chest, to the top of, or the back of the top of your head. 5. This is to stretch the back of your neck as much as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Sukhasana. Now we have done good amount of preparation for Paschimottanasana practice. Take a deep breath. Dandasana. Feet close together. Let's just practice Dandasana for 5 breaths. Straightening up the spine as best as you can. Knees straight. Toes pointing up. Even you can pull your toes toward you. Flex your toes. Straightening up the spine as best as you can. Relax the shoulders. Not much weight on your hands. You're not supporting the posture with your hands. Your fingertips can be by the sides of your seat bones. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your legs. Take a deep breath. Come to Dandasana. Bend your knees and knees going toward the ceiling just a bit. Arms up. Inhale. Exhaling, place the abdomen on the thighs. Grab hold of the big toes, gazing at the big toes. You can bend your knees as much as you need to to place your abdomen on the thighs and you're holding onto the big toes. Now you're gazing at the big toes, flatten your back as much as you can. Now keep the back as straight as you can and keep the connection with your thighs and move your heels away to the front as much as you can. But keep the connection to the thighs and keeping the back as straight as you can and your gaze on the big toes. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, release the arms, relax the legs. This is one way of approaching. Next, we will approach Paschimottanasana in a classic way. Take a deep breath. Dandasana. Keeping the legs straight and strong, flex your toes, arms up. Inhaling, reach for the ceiling. Exhaling, keeping the back as straight as you can, lean forward and place your palms on your knees, shins, or if you can catch the big toes, do that. Keep the knees straight, legs straight. You don't have to reach your toes. It's okay if you can only reach your knees, that's okay. But keep the back as straight as you can. Your gaze is on your big toes, straightening up. When your gaze is on your big toes, that promotes a straighter back. Now, those who can, next exhalation, chest moving toward the big toes, just a bit. Finally, head down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, release the arms. Lie down on your back. Setu bandhasana practice. Bend your knees, hip width apart. Next inhalation, hips up and hold the hips up as much as you can. Counter posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hips down. Release the legs. Make any final movements you feel necessary before surrendering in Shavasana. The awareness or relaxed awareness is on your abdomen, staying with each breath. Relax. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come to sitting. Take your time. Taking your hands back, inhaling, growing taller, exhaling, bending from the hips forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up, rubbing your palms, vigorously generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes with your heated palms and blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening and a good day ahead. Congratulations again, Samatha, for the CEO Excellence Award. Very nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.